I spent over $3,000 on untested PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii consoles from Goodwill, but there's a problem. You see, some of the consoles have giant Sharpie X's on them like Goodwill knew they didn't work, so in this video we're going to test them out, see if they work, and see if we can turn a profit. Guys, welcome to the
Texas Load.
And you can see right off the bat here, a giant Sharpie X on top, a pretty disgusting console, and it is also missing the warranty seal, so not a great sign, but let's plug it in and see if it works. So I have everything plugged in, and the other thing I noticed here is it actually has a BD written on here, like there's a problem with the Blu-ray drive, so we'll find out here in a second. Let's go ahead and boot it up and see what it does. And yeah, it did boot up. Let's go ahead and put a game in. That'll be the true test here, since we have that BD written on the console. And started out decent, pulled the disc in. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a problem. It's like, it's trying to spin the disc, but it can't for whatever reason. Honestly, it might be because the thing is so dusty, it might just, wow. Look what it did to my disc when it spat it out. It just made lines all over it. Ooh, that's disgusting. Yikes. Okay, so that console definitely does not read games or do anything with games. We'll try to open it up and see what's going on inside. All right, guys, so I'm taking this PS3 apart to get inside, and look what I found with these 3 screws right here. It looks like somebody, I don't know if you can see, but it looks like somebody might have drilled them out and then basically carved them out so you can use a flathead here. So that tells me that I don't trust anything that's going on inside of this PS3 because somebody probably stripped the screws and had to get them back out or in or whatever they had to do with them. But this is, yeah, pretty sketchy. Let me try to use a flathead on this now. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. I don't know what we're gonna find inside of this thing. We got those screws out. Let's go ahead and take cover off and see what's going on inside. The like dust inside here is just disgusting. I don't know, this thing's just pretty nasty. Dude, wait, you can't make this up. All right, so basically the power supply goes here. That's the fan, that's the disk drive. And this ribbon cable goes from the disk drive to the motherboard, and it's one of the cables is just straight up smashed underneath this metal piece. So it would not surprise me if that one cable is what controls, basically gives power to the disk drive to spin, or something along those lines. And this cable is now just smashed. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull this thing out and see what's going on. Oh yeah, that's not good. We've definitely got like 2 giant cuts in that wire. All right guys, so I have this console partially back together now and I have a couple notes to make. First of all, I did test out with a multimeter this little crimped cable here, and it does have continuity, so I don't think it's the issue. Now it could be crimped enough and kind of torn apart enough that not enough current's getting through there and that's causing an issue, but I doubt that, but maybe it's the issue. I don't know. I have everything plugged back in minus basically the top cover. The disk drive is not here, so we can kind of see what's going on. Let's go ahead and turn it on and just see what happens here when we try to put a disc in and just see what it looks like. All right guys, so the console booted up. It's still not reading the game, but it is actually spinning. For some reason earlier I thought the disc was just not spinning at all. But so what the problem is, it's probably a bad laser. We could clean up the laser. It's probably not going to fix it in this case, but we might as well try. Basically the other solution is to turn up the power, or actually I don't even know if you can do that on the PS3, but what we'll probably have to do is replace the laser. Unfortunately, I don't have a laser replacement right now. I can order one and maybe we'll do it in a future video, but let's go ahead and just try to clean that laser first and see if that fixes it. So usually I would take the console all the way apart for this, but I'm a little bit lazy right now, so by the way, I'm using a Q-tip with some 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna squeeze in here and I can actually get to the laser without taking it all the way apart. So basically I just clean it in circles with the clean, or with the end that has isopropyl alcohol, and then I'll either get a new Q-tip or use the clean end to dry it off a little bit with the same process. And if that is gonna fix it, that should do the trick. That doesn't fix it in most cases, especially a console that's this old, but let's try it now. Yeah, so it sure is trying hard, but it's still not reading, so pretty sure our issue is with the laser. We just need a new laser here. Like I said, I don't have a new one to replace it with right now, but I'll order one and we can replace it in a future video. So let's go ahead and move on to the next console. So this console I find pretty funny. It even came with a sticky note telling me the issue. It says powered on, but LED lights don't work, but parentheses works. So, I mean, they're not even trying to hide it there, but let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Well, first of all, yeah, warranty seal is gone as well and pretty dirty. This one's almost identical to the last one. Let's go ahead and plug it in. And yeah, they're right. So I got it plugged in and there is no light there, but it's turning on. That should be as simple as maybe a ribbon cable unplugged, maybe. And of course, it never fails with these PS3s. It is factory reset. So yeah, the interesting thing about this one is that the blue light does work there. It's just the power button is literally the only light that doesn't work. I mean, the console works, it booted up, the game is working now as well. But anyways, this console is at least working, very dirty, but we'll list it on the website down below, so go ahead and check it out if you want to buy one. Let's move on to the next console. Now next up I have a PS3 Super Slim, and again, this one has a giant Sharpie X on it, and also says BD in the corner for Blu-ray, presumably. Now this one, the easier thing is that we have the laser exposed, so maybe we can clean the laser and see if that does something, assuming it doesn't actually work. but the warranty seal is still intact. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. Oh, okay, so this one, power button doesn't work. It literally will not turn on. So this definitely happened on another PS3 Super Slim from a few weeks ago where the PCB for the power button was just messed up. I had to replace it and the console worked fine. So let's go ahead and take apart the PS3 Super Slim, see if we can get the power button working. I'm pretty confident we can, but let's go ahead and take it apart and see what it looks like. All right, got the 400 screws out. Let's take the top off here, and it's a bit dusty, but not bad at all. All right, so typically you press this power button, and the plastic piece will touch a metal piece, which then makes contact with the PCB board, which connects to the circuit or completes the circuit and makes it turn on. Now, the last time I saw this, there was a little like metal piece that was basically falling out. Let me see if I can get down there and see if that same metal piece is gone. All right, guys, hopefully this will focus, but sure enough, same situation as last time. We have this PCB right here, so basically the plastic piece touches that button right there, but it doesn't work unless you have this little tiny, basically metal piece that's covering it and completes the circuit. So what I need to do is temporarily get that piece onto there, and it should work temporarily, but the better solution is to order another PCB and just replace it, which is what I'll do. But for now, we'll at least get this working temporarily so we can test the console out. All right, so there we go. We can see the little yellow metal piece is now stuck to it, and so if we click down on it, it does physically press and it'll complete the circuit. So we'll put that back in there for now and just try to boot the console up and see if it works now. And just a quick test, you can, yeah, it's definitely clicking now, so that should be good to go. Let's go ahead and plug it in. All right, guys, so the moment of truth, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we got life. Let's go. It's such an easy fix too, but it's super satisfying to get it to work. Well, let's hope the console turns all the way on now. Let's wait. Even the broken console is factory reset? Are you kidding me? And well, the best part is the disk drive is not working. It won't spin at all. Oh, wait, hold on. I think it's unplugged. There's a ribbon cable loose in there. Okay, I must have accidentally taken a ribbon cable must have come loose when I went in there. I didn't put it back. All right, let's fix this real quick. That's actually really strange because that's not even a ribbon cable I touched at all when I came in here. Like this ribbon cable was just pulled out itself because that's not even related to the stuff I pulled out. So let's keep going down here and fix that. All right, now I think it should be good. Let's go ahead and turn this thing back. No, I fixed the ribbon cable and the power button thing came out of place again. Oh my God. All right, let's try this one more time. There we go, it's turning on. Let's go ahead and put a disc in here and see what it does. All right, guys, so I finally got this console on, shown on the screen, and the game loading up. So this console is good to go. Of course, I will have to buy a new PCB for the power button and just replace it, but it's literally just swapping out that PCB that you saw. Otherwise, this console is good to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, for a bit of variety, we're gonna do a 360 Slim next. This is a matte Slim that actually looks really nice. And ooh, I just noticed we have a GameStop certified pre-owned sticker on the back, or on the bottom, excuse me. It says MBT, I guess, is the one that tested this. Oh, it actually has a date. Tested on 7/5/2015, so tested 8 years ago. Pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and see if we have a hard drive here. We do not, and this piece is like falling off. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. All right, plugged in, 3, 2, 1. We got life, now disc tray. I feel like I heard a disc in there. Let's see. Ooh, we got, dude, no way. We have the 3rd season of iCarly, disc 2. That is so random. Wow, it looks terrible on the back, but that's hilarious. I love how half the games I get in 360s are not even 360 games. Now let's go ahead and scroll around this menu because are there 4 gigs built in? I don't know. Yeah, there are. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and see if we have any profiles here. We have, wait, how do we have 0 profiles? I didn't even know you could play your 360 without a profile. All right, no profiles, but I think we can see some. Nope, there's just no games or anything. Okay, I'm really confused now because it says 1.5 gigs free, but these came with, if it has memory, it has 4 gigs built in, but it shows nothing under games or apps. There's literally no storage taken up here at all, so I don't know what is going on. The only thing I noticed here is that the initial setup is grayed out, so that means we have family settings turned on, which is just awesome. Let's go ahead and see if we can guess the password. There's no way I just guessed that. The code was XYXY. All right, I'll take it. All right, I'm curious what the favorite person from history is. Alan. Who is Alan? All right, let me turn this off. I can't believe I guessed that. Actually, the funniest one is like, I don't know, a year ago when me and Danny somehow guessed pizza is the password, and it was correct, but that was hilarious. Let's go ahead and see if this iCarly disc works though. Yep, so despite that disc looking terrible, iCarly is sure enough on the screen. That's pretty funny. Let's go ahead and see if an actual game works now. So the game is working. Now, I'm still kind of confused how we only have 1.5 gigs available when 4 gigs are built in, and there was literally nothing saved on here. Very strange, but let's go ahead and move on to the next console. Now this PS3 is a bit strange because not only does it have a giant X on it, it also has a 3. Don't know what that means, but let's go ahead and see. Warranty seal? No, ooh, man. I did not even notice the bottom of this console is just mutilated. Wow. scratches everywhere, but the warranty seal is still intact. So let's plug it in and see what it does. We have a red light here. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on. All right, guys, so it appears that this console unfortunately has the green light of death. So basically, I turned it on, it's green, but there's no video, no audio. I can't do anything. I tried both HDMI and AV, and neither of them do anything. So what I'm gonna try is to take the hard drive out and see if the console will boot up and then tell me there's no hard drive. That means it's a hard drive issue. If that doesn't fix the issue, it's probably a board level issue that I'm not sure I'll be able to fix, but we'll still open the console up and see what's going on inside. But let's go ahead and take the hard drive out and see what it does. Oh, and the other thing I just noticed is the button doesn't even respond. So it basically turns on and it responds that way, but other than that, it won't turn back off. Okay, so in the process of taking the hard drive out, I heard something inside, and so I'm shaking it a little bit. Yeah, the motherboard is straight up shaking inside of the console, so I don't think this will do it, but let's try. Yeah, so still nothing. I turned it on, just nothing on the screen. I can't even turn it off anymore, so the hard drive is not the issue. Or to be fair, it could be an issue, but there's definitely bigger issues. And we'll open it up and see what's going on inside. I don't think I'll be able to fix anything because it just sounds like the motherboard is bouncing around inside. All right, let's go ahead and open this console up. Got the screws out already. Let's see if we can pop the lid off. All right, there it goes. Actually not too dirty. A little bit of dust there. A little bit of dust in the fan, but nothing too crazy. Now this is the console that we heard just some major like rattling around inside. So let's keep digging down further and see if we see anything obvious. All right, now time for the thermal paste reveal here. See if that'll reveal any secrets. Not really, except for, wow, that actually looks, that's a lot more coverage than I usually see on these PS3 Slims. Usually it covers like half the chip, and it clearly has not been replaced because the warranty seal is still on it. And just looking at this board, there's nothing obvious, like the board is not bent at all. I don't see anything out of place. Obviously, this is likely an internal board issue where I'd actually need to pull out like my multimeter, oscilloscope, and do a lot of measurements, which I don't have the tools for to do that, and I don't have the know-how to get into that right now. I would like to do a video kind of delving into this kind of stuff more in the future, but frankly, with the number of consoles I have in these videos, I just don't have time to delve into deep dives in some of these consoles. But so yeah, nothing obvious. Clearly there is an issue though. And also I am curious if you guys have any experience with green light of death, so let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas what the issue may be. Just let me know. So I'll just go ahead and put this console back together off camera and we'll get back to it. Now, of course, this console will be listed down below on my website, and you guys might not realize, but testing all these consoles in this small enclosed room like I am right now actually makes it get pretty dang hot in here, but that's where my sponsor Ranvu comes into play. So this right here is the Ice 3, and it's Ranvu's Smart Neck Air Conditioner. So basically you put this thing around your neck and you get instant cooling from the two cooling pads and the air conditioning like airflow, so it helps me cool down pretty quickly after testing out all these consoles. And of course the Ice 3 was made to be used out in the heat, and one of the great things is you don't have to worry about battery life because it provides 24 hours of continuous cooling. And not only does it provide cooling, but the two thermal pads provide heat as well, so if you're looking to warm up real quick or you just want to relieve some neck tension with some heat, you can do that as well. And by the way, you can connect the Ice 3 to your phone to get over-the-air updates, and if you guys are interested, make sure to check out the link down below. Alright, now next up I have an Xbox 360, which I already took the front off just to look at it, and we do still have the warranty seal intact, and it is a Xenon console, so I don't have much faith in this one. Manufactured in 2006. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. Alright, hold on a second guys, I was actually wrong. The power port is for an Opus, the very rare Opus, which is basically the same thing or similar to Falcon, except that it only has an AV port, no HDMI, so that's really interesting. I've only seen like one of these in my entire life, and from what I've seen online, these are only 2007 and later, but this is 2006, so I don't know what's going on here. Let's go ahead and turn it on. We got life. Let's check out the disk drive. Is it stuck? Wow, the disk drive is not stuck on a console this old. It is booting up. We are on one of the latest dashboards. This console has actually been used fairly recently. I don't know how recently, but let's check out the dashboard number. So yeah, 17349. That's pretty recent. Surprising. Let's put a game in and see if it works. Oh, and of course, now the disk drive is stuck. All right, yeah, well, game is working, which is great to see. Now, one other thing I want to do here, I have a bunch of just miscellaneous 360 hard drives from the Texas Load that were just not attached to the console. So I'm going to plug a couple in here, see what we find. And yeah, let's go ahead and plug one in. Wow, this one actually has one of those hard drive covers. I've literally seen one of those one time. So starting off with a 120 gigabyte hard drive, we have Kivo121, Kevin, and that's it. Let's go ahead and see what he's got in here. All right, so selecting Kivo's profile, achievements. Last game played was MX versus ATV Untamed in 2015, so that's about 8 years ago. But we got Uno Rush, Shift 2 Unleashed, Sega Superstars Tennis, a bunch of games I never played, but it looks like he played anywhere from 2013 to 2015. So other than the one profile and a few save files, that's about all it's on here. Let's go ahead and turn the console off and put this other hard drive on as well and see what's on it. I love that it's just grease, fingerprints, ingrained here. Some dude is probably eating pizza and just playing his 360, swapping out his hard drive for whatever reason. It's just, I don't know. It's always funny to make up stories about these old consoles. This is actually a console I've taken off another hard drive because I recognize half of these. Yeah, I definitely recognize Killa Panda and Linus. So this is actually a hard drive I took off another console. Let's try another third hard drive. All right, here we go. Got another one, and hold on. I think this is another one I've tried before. Wait a second. I definitely recognize AZ and Pride. Did I just put all of the consoles, all of the hard drives I've tested in a box? What in the world? All right, guys, one more hard drive. Let's try it. And of course, the fourth hard drive I try out just has absolutely nothing on it, which is great. But let's go ahead and move on to the next console because this one works fine. So next up, we're going to repair a PS3 Super Slim from a previous video, probably from about a month ago, where I needed to order a new switch for the disk drive, and it finally came in, so let's go ahead and fix that. Let me just explain the issue first. So basically, the first issue I had here is the disk drive wouldn't open all the way because it was super dirty, so I cleaned that out, and that's working fine now. Now the issue that we're having now is when it closes, basically this piece right here hits a switch that tells the disk drive to spin, read the game, that sort of thing, and that switch is just broken. All right, so zoomed in a bit, you can see the PCB we're gonna replace. It's this one right here. There's supposed to be a black plastic piece that sticks up and basically gets hit by the disk drive cover that tells the disk drive to start reading. And you can see this is the replacement one that actually has the black piece. And you can see like when it slides over, it presses that down. So let's go ahead and take this piece out and replace it. So basically I just remove literally one screw. I take the PCB out. It's got a ribbon cable attached to it. I'll detach the ribbon cable. It just slides out, and then this one will slide in like so, and it should be good to go when we put the screw back on. All right, so as you can see, new PCB is in there, and so when it slides over now, it'll press that, and yeah, let's put the top back on. All right, console is on. Let's go ahead and first make sure it's still opening properly. It's mostly good. These things are just kind of finicky in my experience. As long as it opens most of the way, you should be good to go. Not a really big deal. Put the game inside now. When we close it, it should start spinning. So we have a slight issue. It is working when you press it with your finger. You can see it'll start to spin in just a second. There it goes. But when we close it, it doesn't spin because it's not actually pressing down quite far enough. So I think we need to move the PCB up like a millimeter. Let's try this one more time. Okay, there it goes. It is spinning up now. And it's all because basically there are two screws I hadn't put back. These two screws right here essentially push the case far enough down so that now when this slides over, it is far enough down to depress the switch all the way, which is good. Let's go ahead and actually make sure it reads games now. All right, sweet guys, so the game is working without an issue. I am pretty pleased with this repair here because not only did we have to replace that PCB, we also had to clean out the gears here. We also had to take the gears all the way out from the disk drive and reseat them because they weren't in the proper spot. And if you don't know, the PS3 Super Slim disk drive gears are an absolute pain in the butt to work with. Yeah, we're good now. All right, so next up we're gonna test out a Wii console. I already got it plugged in here, and we have a white GameCube compatible console, one flap remaining. And let's see if there's an SD card in here. There is not, but let's go ahead and turn it on, see what it does. And ooh, there's definitely a disc inside, dude. Never fails. Probably Wii Sports. And oh, hey, Super Mario Super Sluggers, excuse me. And it's a bit beat up, but actually not too bad. It's actually a really fun game. One of my favorite Wii games. Had a lot of fun with it. And dude, it never fails to find free games in Wii consoles. And every time the console or the game is almost worth more than the Wii. And we got some channels on here. We've got pretty much the standard channels: photo channel, Wii Shop channel, the YouTube channel. That's actually, I think, fairly recent in terms of the Wii. We're gonna flip things around here this time, and we're gonna check out the Mii channel first. As you guys know, I always love to check out the Mii channels and see what's on them, kind of what Mii's people have created, anything interesting. So let's see. And ooh, hey, wow, this might be the most Wii's I've ever seen on a Wii. Most Mii's I've ever seen on a Wii. Bob Dad. Oh, Fat Bacon. Wow, that actually does look like a pig. That's funny. Now, the interesting thing here is these all look like custom. I don't see any of the Mii's you'd usually see from the Check Me Out channel, like Garfield or Snoopy or anything like that. It's just all randomly created Mii's, which is actually pretty funny. Like, what is this big fat bug? And next up, we're gonna do something I don't do very often, which is look at the save data and kind of see what the last games this person played was. So go to Wii, we'll check this out. Here we got Wii Fit, of course, Mario Kart Wii, of course, other typical stuff, EA Sports Active, Rio, oh, Donkey Kong Country Returns, nice. Of course, we got Wii Play and Wii Sports. You can't have a Wii without Wii Play and Wii Sports, and of course, Mario Super Sluggers, which we saw here. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and boot it up and see if the game works. Oh, and we can see the last time these files were saved. So we got a couple 2015s and a 2012 here. Was it just me, or did anybody else actually like stand up when they're playing baseball games like this? Oh, crap. All right, well, the game is definitely working. Let's go back to the main menu. One more thing we'll check out is the last time this console was played. Okay, so I basically came back to December 2015 when I know I saw that save data from Super Mario Sluggers, and there it is. Yeah, so 26 minutes in, December 2015. So that was probably the last time this console was played. Not surprising considering the game is in here. Man, always interesting to see that people just play these games for the last time, put their Wii away, and then somebody donates it at some point to Goodwill, and it ends up in my hands. So yeah, let's move on to the next console now. All right, next up here, we'll do another Wii, and this one's got some really weird, how did that happen there? It looks like it was rubbed on the road. I don't know, doesn't matter, but other than that, it looks almost exactly the same as the last console, and it also has no SD card. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and there's definitely another game in there. All right, let's see what it is. Dude, it's unbelievable how every time Wii Sports Resort, another $20, $25 game, and looks not too bad. It's got to be like 75% of the Wiis I've tested have games left in them. It's just crazy stuff, and it's always like a pretty valuable game, like 15, 20 bucks most of the time. And hey, we got the Wii Fit channel on here, which I love checking out to see the last time these guys like actually used Wii Fit. So let's boot that up first. And half of them are locked. I remember that. Back in the day, you could lock them with like a pin or something. Let's check out Kathy. Why not? This is your 1,999th day. So actually, what is that, like 6 years ago that they last played? So not too terribly long ago. Okay, never mind. It says it's been 5,158 days since you last played. So like a decade plus. So the thing I always try to do here is zoom out and go to the Wii Fit age, but it only goes back like 2 years. So I can't see these people's Wii Fit age. So it's not really useful to see anything. So this is really interesting. I just booted up Wii Sports Resort, and it actually gives me a date and time on here, which is July 1st, 2022, which is a little over a year ago. And I know the date and time on this Wii is correct. So yeah, this is interesting that it's actually showing me a date and time this thing was played. And let me go check the Wii calendar and see if I can find some play data on that same date. And yeah, sure enough, on July 1st, 2022, there was 57 minutes of Wii Sports Resort playtime, and actually the next day as well. And then again on July 23rd, and again on August 9th. Wow, that's actually amazing. So this console was played just over a year ago. Very rare for a Wii, and they left the game inside still. But let's go ahead and check out the save data as well one more time. And yeah, plenty of random stuff on here. We got Zuma Fitness 2, you got Bass Pro Shops, The Strike, Tiger Woods 09, and then Wii Fit. All right, guys, just realized I forgot to check the Me channel, so let's do that. And yeah, nothing to write home about. Pretty basic. Kira, Denise, Rob. It's like normal Miis that normal people made. Gary, Hans, and Kathy. Yeah, normal stuff. This console works, which is great. It'll be listed down below for sale. And let's go ahead and move on to the next console. So next up, let's test one of these untested PS3s that have a giant X on them. This one even says bad disc on it. Untested my butt. And the warranty, oh no. Yep, that's a great sign. If you have a GameStop warranty seal there. And yeah, okay. 120 gigabyte. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. And what do you know? It is factory reset. Okay, and I just put a game in and it's loading up, so I'm not sure why it says bad disk. Let's boot it up and make sure it boots all the way. And yeah, sure enough, the game boots up all the way without an issue, no hiccups or anything, so not sure why it says bad disk. Now, there is a possibility that dirty games or scratched up games don't work where the laser is like on its way out, which is not surprising for a console this old, but as of right now, it is working, so of course it will be sold down below. And let's actually, one more thing, let's check out how much storage space is on this thing. It said 120 on the back, but you can't ever trust what GameStop puts on a console. Yep, definitely 120. Cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the next console. All right, next up, I have another untested PS3 that's got a giant X on it. Doesn't have any specification of what the issue is, so not sure what's wrong with it. And the warranty seal is definitely ripped off. You got a rubber foot missing. I think literally every single PS3 Slim I got in this lot has been missing at least one rubber foot, which is just crazy. But let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. Oop, it looks like we have another green light of death console. Great. Power buttons do nothing on the screen. I guess I'll try out the AV cable and see if that does anything. Wait, hold on. As soon as I unplugged the HDMI cable, the console just powered straight off and the light is gone. All right, same thing again. This one just turned off after like 30 seconds. Let me try one more time. All right, so yeah, after about 40 seconds each time, this console just turns off by itself. I'm gonna try it without the hard drive and just see what it does. Oh, this thing is, dude, I might have another desert PS3. I've never seen so much dust in my life on the hard drive. Wow. Yep, so again, after about 45 seconds, turned off by itself. So definitely something going on, either board level, maybe the power supply. If we get lucky, it's just a power supply. So depending on how much time I have before this video goes live, I might try to actually swap the power supply and see if that does something. But for now, I'm gonna move on to the next console. And if I do try something here, you'll see that segment now. So next up, let's do another 360 Slim here. And this one, for being a matte console, is actually pretty beat up. Got a ton of white marks on it. And flipping to the back, we do still have the warranty seal, manufactured in 2012, so actually a more recent slim, at least compared to the 2012 model or 2010 models. And ooh, there's a hard drive, a 250 gigs. It's not been too often in this lot that we've seen hard drives inside of slims. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. All right, 3, 2, 1, got power. I feel like I heard a disc in there. Let's see what it is. Hey, dude, Skate 3, let's go. This is one of my favorite 360 games of all time. This one it doesn't look awful. It doesn't look great either. But hey man, Skate 3, that's worth like, I don't know, 10 to 12 bucks nowadays. Loggy doggy. All right, here's our skater. This is actually funny. I've never acquired another profile that had a pre-made skater on here. So this is what this dude looked like, or at least that's what his skater dude looked like. And oh, this is awesome. Oh crap. All right, so we can see some more skaters here. We got Lake, Logan, and another Lake. Let's go back to the main menu though and see what other kind of profiles we got here. And actually, 14 profiles? No, okay. We got Dawson, we got that, we got King Nom, we got Loggy Doggy, Maleficus, Miles, Monarch, Optimum Killa, Planet Aether, Planet Oblivion, Player 1, Sergeant Marok, Shakeable Hades 89, Willow. Wow, okay, let's go check these out. And no pain, no gain. Hey, that's a nice motto. League of Legends for the win. Location in, wait, how do I see the actual location? All right, but first, last played Call of Duty Black Ops 2 in 2015 and played a ton of games, actually Skate 3 as well. Yeah, he's got 77 different games with achievements. Let's see the first game this guy played. All right, so first one played was Soul Calibur 4. Don't know what year it was because it was offline. The first time played online was 2011, so actually not a very long span, 2011 to 2015. Again, let me see if I can figure out how to find this guy's location that's published there. There it is. Location in your face. I knew it was going to be something like that. That's funny. All right, back to Loggy Doggy. Let's check out this profile here. No motto, no name, no location. Let's go check out the last game I played, though. All right, ooh. So Loggy Doggy was definitely the one that left Skate 3 in here because that's the last game he played. And he also played Call of Duty Black Ops back in 2020. So this is interesting. It's definitely like a hand-me-down kind of thing where, because some of the games are the same, like Skate 3 and Black Ops 2 were the same, played between profiles, but the other profile hasn't played since 2015. This one played in 2020, so it's like it was passed down to a little brother, little sister, I don't know, or maybe just passed down to a relative. Who knows? We got Optimum Killa's got, ooh, boom, headshot. Okay, and this guy's in Austin, Texas. That's not surprising considering this whole lot came from Austin, Texas. It's just always so funny to see that. And guys, just imagine, you saw 900 pounds worth of consoles just from like the Austin, Texas area. Imagine how many of these consoles are just being donated at Goodwills. If this is just one location in the US, imagine all over the world, just crazy. This guy last played online Injustice in 2018. And oh, the first game he played online was 2010, Mortal Kombat versus DCU. Planet Aether, Live for Lax. I'm assuming that's lacrosse. Lax, Dolphins, Chicks. But he was playing Minecraft last. Come on, dude, come on. And last but not least, we got Planet Oblivion with 4,000 gamer score. Planet 2030, oh, that's kind of cool. Got some stars and arrows there. And we shine at different things, and ours is sniping. I guess that's from a game. Is that from Oblivion? That would make sense considering, oh, yeah, okay, I don't know. Halo 4 was the last thing played in 2013. And first game played was Guitar Hero Aerosmith back in 2010. And Viva Pinata, nice. It's nice, a lot of cool stuff on this this console. Of course, we had 250 gigs. I bet there's actually some interesting games downloaded here. Yeah, I think we actually have a decent number of playable games here. I saw Minecraft, and I think that's a symbol meaning you can actually play it directly off the console. A lot of these are just games that are downloaded, but you need the disc to play. But like Spelunky, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's just try this one out and see if it loads up. Okay, now that's pretty cool. We got Star Wars Battlefront 2, plays without an issue. So yeah, every game with the little symbol, the full controller symbol back down at the bottom right-hand corner, that looks like this are games that are playable. So Star Wars Republic Commando, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, Trials Evolution, which is a fun game. Actually, did I play Trials Evolution or Trials HD? I think Trials HD is the one I played a lot. We also got Worms Revolution and WSOP Full House Pro. Wow, this is actually a kind of like a jackpot of a console. All right, well, cool guys, this console is good to go. It'll be for sale down below. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So next up, let's test out a Wii console. This is a white one, and it actually has both flaps intact, GameCube compatible. And there is no SD card, but this console for a Wii looks pretty good. And I'm willing to, I'm gonna guess this console has a free game inside because they just mostly do. If it doesn't, I'm gonna sell this thing for $8 on my website, super cheap. So let's hope there's a game inside. There's not, just my luck. But the console Might not even work because it made a weird noise. Oh wow, this is the extremely rare Wii console that is actually factory reset. Dude, I think this is the first one I've ever seen that was factory reset. Maybe like the second one. Well, since it's factory reset, there's not much to check here, but we will check and see if a game plays. So let's go ahead and pull out Super Mario or Mario Supercell. I just keep mixing that around. See if it works. This drive is pretty loud, so I don't know if it'll work. All right, and sure enough, despite the weird noise, the game is working, so this console is good to go as well. It will be listed down below. And guys, thanks for watching. That's the end of this episode, and not much left in the Texas load, but we'll finish out these consoles strong in another episode or two. And guys, thanks for watching. Let me know down below what your favorite console is, and I'll see you next time.